good evening, good evening, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. We're having a great night. And as always, I hope you had a wonderful day. Today is a random thought. Long time no hear from. Um, Hope you guys' lives are going great. Hope you ain't letting no outside bullshit fuck your day up, or fuck your life up, or fuck your moment up. Me, been dealing with some shit. Um, we're looking for a new place. The people that we were renting our house from is wanting to sell it. I'm arguing and fighting with people because it's just not done properly. I'm all by myself and I've been stressed the fuck out. Please believe. But I've been thinking about some of you guys and wanting and hoping that everybody is fine. And I just want to share, of course, my random thought. Okay. Um, so here we go. And we're gonna get to it. What I want to talk about is how things have changed. Everybody knows, when you may not know, I'm a 70s baby. I'm 49 years old. I know a lot, but I can only speak on what I've been through. And I try to say that a lot. I don't know everything. I only know what I've been through. And I try to help what I've been through to help other people. That was my goal. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I felt my purpose was. But at the same time, as I'm trying to help people find their purpose, I'm losing mine. In today's world, we can feel overwhelming at times, and we're often caught between how we truly want to live our lives and how we feel we should live them, right? I mean, this is made worse by the constant use of social media and general media surrounding us. It sets often unattainable expectations and false representation of reality. We put up a front or a person to try and fit what we're supposed to look like and act. Put up a front. Me, I've never put up a front. What you see with me is what you get. But there was times when the only people that we interacted with were the ones surrounding us without the fucking internet. There was less pressure to keep up with certain expectations. And people seemed more confident. They expressed themselves in their own styles and it made them seem happier, right? If you would really take a good look at yourself, since you've all been on this YouTube, have you achieved your goals? Have you reached your utmost potential? Like fashion, for instance, the way we dress, right? It's ironic how we live in a culture that's always out with the old and in with the new, except what's new isn't actually new. It's like a recycled version of the past, like bell bottoms. I have a pair of bell bottoms on right now. Back in the 70s, it was a shit. Back in the 80s and 90s, and not so much, especially the 90s. But now they're trending again. I've always had a closet full of bell bottoms, what they want to call wide legs. I call them bell bottoms. Again, it's not really new. It's just a recycled version of the past. It kind of goes hand in hand to show how we do value the life of the past, including the expression in our fashion and the trends, right? The only difference now is we also have the advantage of learning from the past and only keeping the parts that actually serve our needs and help us grow, right? And hopefully move forward. I think, no, if you guys agree, put it in the comment section that the pandemic has really changed the world and the way we interact with each other, right? I mean, there was times when we never had to worry if we were over the restricted number of motherfucking people or whether we forgot our mask and wouldn't be allowed in a fucking store, right? And despite these measures for our own safety, it has changed our social interactions and established a new norm. I mean, perhaps one day we'll get back to the freedom of seeing whoever, whenever, wherever, without any fucking worries of someone not being vaccinated. If you think about it, the whole reason we now pose for photos has changed, right? We used to take a picture and not be able to see what it looked like until we got it developed. Now, I know I might be going over some people's heads right now. Then it would go in a photo album, right? And that would be passed from generation to generation. My grandmother used to do it. Unfortunately, with all the many moves and my family being in so many different states, I'm lucky if I find a picture of my grandmother now, or my grandfather for that matter. Today, we tend to take, or some people, I'm not photogenic. I don't like taking pictures, but people tend to take multiple takes after many fucking photos and screenshots and filters and all that bullshit, right? To see which one looks best. And it's good enough to post on social media for everyone to fucking see. And it's often become less about, I don't know what, a memory and freezing that moment. And it's more about maintaining a certain appearance for people who don't even fucking know you. And 90% of them don't even fuck with you to care enough about what the fuck you look like. It seems like people back in the day didn't need to be happy. It no, need a lot, I would say, because my grandparents were not rich. We were okay, but we were not rich. My grandparents owned their own duplex in Chicago on 80th and Langley, and it was a good life. We were comfortable, right? We weren't rich, but we were comfortable. It didn't matter if we had the fucking iPhone, right? It didn't matter if the car had a touch screen as long as it played the fucking music. Kids, we didn't have all these fucking gadgets and video games to keep us locked up in the house. Instead, we went outside. We used our freaking imagination to create our own fun. I used to make paper dolls. Like back in the day, you would get magazines like the Sears magazines, any type of freaking magazine, right? I would cut out and make paper dolls. I mean, I would play with them just like I did with my Barbie dolls. And that entertained me, right? I mean, adults were able to socialize, they were able to interact despite not having a text message. They made it work with what they had and without the pressure of needing to constantly be available and fucking seen. College, I thought for me at least, would be a stepping stone. There was a time when going to college was an affordable option and a time of freedom and excitement. Now, college has become a social expectation to find a good job despite leaving students like myself and my husband in debt for the rest of our fucking lives. The cost of living has significantly increased. It's almost impossible for young adults to buy and afford homes, let alone start a family and pay off our debts. We may be getting older, but we were also once young. And at least I hope some of you full of life and hope and dreams. In fact, some of us and some of you guys even if the younger generations of today couldn't see it. You're as young and free as you feel at heart. I try to say it to myself and I don't believe it, but I try to speak shit in existence, at least for myself, and stop being such a negative Nancy all the time. And life is what you make it. So make sure to live every day to the fullest without worrying too much about the pressures of society and molding yourself to fit into limiting structure we had to develop. No matter how old you are, take that trip you've always wanted to do and go to. Dress the way that makes you feel good. And take pictures to keep those memories alive and pass them on, not just to see or show people what you may look like behind all that fucking makeup and filters. If you're still searching for life purpose, which at me at 49, I'm still doing it, but my time is fleeting, right? But the better you know yourself, the more clarity you have over how to live life in the way that makes you happiest and serves you best. With that being said, I hope that you guys have a wonderful night. I hope that you guys take advantage of the love that you have in front of you. And don't be like me. Don't settle. Never, ever settle. If you are content and happy with who you are, that's all that matters. And make no exceptions on your feelings because they are relevant and they matter. And if you ever come in contact with people who say the latter, off with their head, turn your back, and run real, real fast. I love you guys for being you. I love you guys for the support. Thank you so, so much. And have a wonderful, 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 wonderful night. Peace.